Hello, Year 11. Well, what can we say? I'm coming to you live from, my home, where I'm trying to get some work for you already. And what we're doing is this. Now, I know that you're all going to know exactly what I'm talking about. And this PowerPoint, you're probably going, oh, God, we've got to do this again. But when it boils down to it, we've really got to get this finished. I can't stress enough that this is so important for your coursework. I will be beavering away and hopefully getting your Unit 1 all sorted out and marked. So we need to then make sure that this is done so that we're ready for the exam. And in the second lesson that I'm doing for you, I will be going over exam prep. But for this one, you know all about this, which is your plan of making. Now, you've been doing this in the lesson. I want you to continue this today in the designated hour that we've got. I want you to try to make sure that you get all of this finished off. The plan of making should be done. That's top priority, and then we're going to go into what we call the Gantt chart, which I'll go over in a minute. Remember that you've got all of these individual steps for making each of the parts. So you've got here 7 individual parts for your lamp, and I have done all the major steps in making that. These are then translated by you into this. So you've got 3 sections here. This is what I would recommend, 3 steps, and you'll see this in a minute on the Gantt chart. And then you take these and put them into there. Hopefully in your own word, tweaking them so that they look good. But you've got here, draw out the design in 2D and have it cut by the technician. And that's exactly what I've done here. Draw out the sections in 2D design, have it cut by the technician. Really, you're taking these and putting that into the process or method. It's the materials that I want you to do. Try to remember what the materials were. Worst case scenario, we have to tweak it later on, but that's the worst case scenario. You've got your 9mm MDF, but really the most important things for me to know is that you understand the health and safety and also the quality control. So things like, health and safety, wear an apron. In this one, correct extraction, making sure that the machine is set up correctly, things like that. Quality control. That's what is it that you need to do to make sure that the quality comes out as you expected it. So making sure the black lines are black and the etch lines are green, that they're correct, they're the correct size, that the hole for the switch is in the right place, that the corners are rounded in the same way, and that they're all equal, it's all spaced out. So all the dimensions of the measurements, that's what we're looking for. And then really these ones are the most important. You can fill these out pretty easily from what I've written above, but it's these that you're going to have to be independently show me you understand them. Then you go through all the different steps that you've got on slide 1 and put them into these slides. I know you've already got your own and you should be able to do that independently because you should be able to get it on delivery. This is what I would like you to move on to though, and it's probably more of the focus. If you're having problems getting online and getting the delivery thing, don't panic, just focus on this one, the Gantt chart. A Gantt chart is different things you're doing over time. So you can see this process resources tools is kind of that and that joined together. Forget the health and safety and quality control, it's these two squished into one box here. So I've got the 3 steps of the vacuum form moulders for the lamp base, or create the lamp base for vacuum form mould and have them cut out by the technician. And that, I think, go on 2D design and actually doing that, that's going to take about an hour. So you can see I've shaded all that block in. So each of these blocks represents 1 hour of time. You get 12 hours in total to make the whole thing. Really, it'd probably be less. So I want to make sure that you're doing that. You're filling these out, but you're not going in and adding extra ones. You're not going to add extra ones on the end because the exam board don't give you any more than 12 hours to do this. So don't do that. You can see, take a vacuum form mould and vac form it in 1mm high impact polystyrene, hips, remove from the mould and trim edges. That's the second step. And I've said, going to be like half of an hour. Notice it's half a box for half an hour. If I wanted it to be 15 minutes, I could do it as a quarter of a box or 20 minutes, a third of a box. You decide. Again, this is down to you. You demonstrating what you think, how long it took you. It may have taken you a bit longer, but this is supposed to be a plan. And the boxes you can do from insert, and the shapes are just there. Fill them in. They don't have to be in red. They can be in any colour you want. They can be in the same colour as the vacuum form mould thing. If you look at this example, that's what they've done. They've got the base, stem, and you see how they've done it in the same colour as whatever the part is. So use these to help you out. You go down all of those, and you should be able to fill all those out. working along at a pace. Next lesson we're going to be doing theory. If you have any problems getting hold of these files, as well as this being on YouTube, because this video is on YouTube and the link is in Insight, you have got this. I'm going to include the link to Google Drive document, and you should be able to open this up, and Google Drive being independent of the school network means that it should be a bit more stable, fingers crossed, and you should be able to download this. If you know anybody within the group that is having problems getting onto Insight, give them this link to Google Drive, because I'm going to keep all the resources that I use in these videos and put on for work on Google Drive. So you've got Google Drive and also Mr. Sutton DT. If you search that on YouTube, you will find links to these videos. Hopefully that's been helpful. Not quite as good as me actually teaching you face to face, but hopefully that's given you a little bit to go on, and I hopefully will see you soon. But keep going at that one. Remember, this Unit 2 is really important to you. Okay, thank you, Year 11, and see you soon.